Today we are looking at some interesting words, some phrases, also the way in which we can use certain words as well when we are turning nouns into verbs. So we are going to take a look at certain things. Most of these things are common objects, things that we have around our house, or maybe something we use for a certain task, a certain thing that we carry out. So we are going to have fun turning nouns into verbs. We will do this quite quickly, and we will have a look at the first item. It is a thing that we use quite often when we want to make something smaller, when we are trying to move a large object, but first of all we have to make it smaller. Perhaps we have to use one of these, an axe. The word axe, it's a great word, by the way. A lot of people don't know why there is an E at the end, but there is. Just like there is an E at the end of Q. UE, as they say. That's how you remember the spelling of that word. Axe, to cease something, to make harsh cutbacks. So in this sense, we are talking about an action, a thing that we are doing. So the word itself generally is a noun. However, we can also use this as a verb as well, to cease something. If you cease something, it means you stop doing it. You cease, you stop, you bring everything to a halt. You axe something. To make harsh cutbacks, you cut back, you make changes, quite often harsh, sudden changes. You axe something. We will have to axe some jobs to save money. This is happening a lot at the moment in many countries around the world, including here in the UK. There are many jobs being axed. They are making cutbacks. They are axing jobs. So to axe something is to cut back, or make some sort of harsh reduction in something. Perhaps you have your favourite TV show, maybe a TV show you love watching, and then suddenly you find out that it's been axed. Or maybe they announced that they are going to axe that show. Has it ever happened? Is there a TV show that you used to watch for many years and then suddenly it was axed? They stopped making the show. Normally, because not many people are watching it. Perhaps one day, perhaps one day I will be axed from YouTube. Maybe YouTube will decide that they don't want me anymore. They might axe my videos or my channel. I hope not. It's my only reason for living. Here's another one, a word that can be used as a noun, generally describing something, a thing, an object. But of course we can also use this word as a verb as well, to convince or force someone to do or take part in something. You might rope that person. You rope that person. You are trying to convince them to do something, maybe something that they don't want to do. So you encourage them, you try to persuade them to take part in that thing. To convince or force someone to do or take part in something. I was roped into doing this job. by my friend. You might be roped in. It means you have been forced into it, persuaded into doing something. So you can use the word rope as both a noun and a verb as well. Here's another one, a common object that you will find around the house. It can also be used as a verb. Hammer. Of course, I am a child of the 70s, 80s and 90s. I was growing up. Some people say I'm still growing up. But I remember hammer time. Hammer time. I'm okay. You don't have to call an ambulance. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Hammer. To force an idea or information onto another person or a group of people. To hammer something. You are trying to convince or persuade. You are forcing an idea. You hammer something. So just like the action of hammering in a nail, you're knocking a nail in. You hammer something, normally using force or persuasion. We will hammer this plan at them until they agree to it. You hammer something. Of course, it can also refer to working on something as well. You hammer something. You hammer a plan. You hammer out an idea. So the word hammer can be used in more than one way as a verb. Here's another one, a common object. This particular object comes in many shapes and sizes, I suppose you would say. This is a brush. The word brush as a noun, a thing. But we can also use it as a verb as well. To push something aside or sweep something away. To cover something up. Sweep something away or cover something up. You don't want that thing to be seen. Maybe you have a secret. Maybe there is a mistake you've made. So you try to brush that thing away. Of course, in reality, you can also brush away something as well. You might brush the leaves. But quite often, as an idiom, we use it to mean push something aside, something we don't want to talk about or accept. We must brush these problems aside and carry on. So in that sense, you are pushing those things away. Perhaps there is a problem, a mistake, something happened. So you try to get past that thing by brushing it aside. You brush something away. You push it away. You might be surprised to find out there are many uses of the word brush. To clean a surface or arrange something using a brush is brush. So the thing you use you might brush your hair. Ah yes, every morning when I wake up I have to brush my hair. It takes a very long time to brush my hair. Don't say anything. Please don't. You might brush up on something to refresh your memory, to refresh something that you want to be good at. So maybe a thing that you need to review or study again. You brush up on that thing to refresh or improve a certain skill, a certain thing that you've learnt, but maybe you need to improve or you need to review that particular subject. You brush up on that thing. For example, because I'm going to Paris in June, I need to brush up my French. Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur, madame. Je m'appelle Duncan. As you can see, I still have a long way to go. You might brush up on your English. Maybe you are learning English and you want to continue your studies. You will brush up on the things you have already learnt. Here's another one, using brush. To come close to something with slight contact is brush. You might brush against something. They might brush against each other as they stand on the train. Sometimes when you are on the train, maybe there are many other people standing there as well. You might get very close to someone and you brush against them. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. I have had people on trains, they get very close to me and they brush up against me. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking forward to having that happen to me again on the metro in Paris. Now we have another word, tape. This particular word is a noun. It is something that is sticky, quite often made of plastic. It is something I use a lot in my studio to fix things. To apply a section of sticky plastic to something. So this is the noun, but also we can use it as a verb as well. So in that sense, we are using this as a verb, to apply a section of sticky plastic to something. I'm trying to find some sticky tape. I don't have any. Isn't that amazing? In my studio, I have probably 10 or 20 rolls of sticky tape. I can't even find one here. I can't believe that. We will need to tape those pieces of plastic together. So quite often you will use the word tape as a verb to fix something by using some of this. You tape something. You fix a piece of sticky plastic to something. Or of course you might use it to connect two things together. You wrap the tape around those things to keep them together. Of course, there is more than one way of using the word tape as a verb. To record a video, song, or a voice using a tape recording device, we say you tape something. So in that sense, we are using it as a verb. If you tape something, it means you record that particular thing. You are recording it. You might tape some music from the radio. I will tape the game for you. I will tape the game for you. Quite often, and this is an interesting thing, of course, this particular phrase dates back to the days when everyone had video recorders. Of course, here we are now in 2025 and people don't have video recorders anymore. However, they still use this particular phrase. They will still say, I will tape the game for you. I will tape it for you. And you can watch it later. Even if tape is not being used. People still say tape. I will tape the show for you. I will tape it. Even if they're not using videotape. It's very interesting, very strange, most unusual. Here's another one, another word that can be used as a noun, naming the thing, but also it can be used as a verb. Bag. Bag. To place or put items into a bag. So the bag is the thing, like that. But also you can put items, you can put things into a bag. As a verb, we can use the word bag. Would you like me to bag your shopping? Would you like me to bag your shopping? I can put the shopping into a bag for you. Sometimes that happens. If you go to a very nice supermarket, there might be someone who will come and put all of the items into the bag for you. They bag your shopping. Or, of course, you do it yourself. You bag your own shopping. You put the items into a bag. And we can also use the word bag as a verb in another way as well. To catch or grab a thing being hunted is bag. To bag something is to capture, or perhaps you are hunting for a certain animal. We might bag a couple of pheasants today. Maybe hunters going out. They are looking for pheasants or maybe some other animal. They are going to shoot them. To bag something is to catch or grab a thing that is being hunted. Here's another one, another word. The word is fence. Fence. To fence something. Again, this is often used as a noun. There it is. There is the item. But also we can use it as a verb. To enclose or trap something by creating a boundary around it. So if you create a boundary, it means you are putting something around a certain thing. To enclose or trap something by creating a boundary. You fence that place. We will fence the field to protect the animals. We will have to fence the field to protect the animals. You are going to put fences around a certain place. So as a verb, you fence that particular thing. Finally, we have photograph. Photograph. To photograph, of course, as a verb, the thing also is a photograph. So the actual noun is photograph. The thing you have taken a picture of. The result is a photograph. But of course we can also use this as a verb as well. You might photograph something. You photograph a bird. You photograph Mr. Duncan. You might even photograph Mr. Steve. But to be honest with you, I don't know why you would do that. I can't think of any reason why you would do that. But you might. I'm going to photograph the flowers in the park. So again, we are using that as a verb. You photograph something. Even if you are using a video camera, you are still photographing that thing because you are using a device to capture an image. So even if you are using a video camera or maybe your smartphone, you photograph things. And we are using that as a verb. So it is interesting that you can have lots of fun with words in the English language, and they can be used in different ways as well.